What's going on, everybody? So today we are breaking a new chapter in my hunting book, life, as you could say. We're in Tennessee. I've never been to Tennessee before, ever. So here we are, the very first spot I went to in this management area. Seen a hen and 3 deer. I've only been here about an hour. Got here around 1:30ish, got camp set up, and now we're just gonna be bouncing around all these markers I have on my hunt stand app and trying to find us some for the coming days. Hopefully we won't have too much trouble finding us a gobbler out here. We're entering into the 3rd week of Tennessee season, so they've been getting hammered pretty hard, but that's fine. I'm up for a bit of a challenge and show everybody else you can still make it happen even after they've had a pile of hunting pressure on them. Daggone cat in my truck. Well, I just pulled up this gate I was gonna walk in, but looks like somebody done knocked one down in here. Gobbler feathers all over the place. I'm still gonna walk it though. I won't let that deter me. Just checking here so we can find a sign. There's a pile of daggone people tracks. Oh my gosh. We gotta check it though. We don't know what to expect, so I gotta check it and see. But there is foot tracks everywhere. Of course, there's turkey track right there. I don't know how well the camera might pick that up, but there are human tracks everywhere up on this thing. But we do have turkey track right here, right here. Can't tell if that's a gobbler or a hen. Kind of looks like a hen, but keep walking down and see what we can find. Just 15 minutes ago, I passed a little private pasture on the edge of the public, and there was a tom walking right on the edge of it, and he went right into the public, and we are only 30 minutes till sunset. He's about 300 yards from me, from where I seen him to where I am now, coming right this way to this little creek, comes into this little pond. As you can see out here, this little like swampy pond, and there's a creek about 50 yards in front of me, and he was coming beeline right to it. So the thought is, he's going to be roosting somewheres in this vicinity. So I want to sit here and see if I can hear him fly up. If I don't hear him fly up, I know he's going to be right here somewhere. The time we have left for when he should be flying up, he should be somewhere relatively close. So regardless, it's been tough scouting today. We found some sign, but seeing a live tom turkey walking close to roost time right here in the public, well, good morning, folks, from the first turkey morning hunting here in Tennessee. Started off the first morning kind of rough already. It rained over an inch last night. It absolutely came down and just stopped like an hour ago. There's still a ton of water falling from the trees. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but the creek that was not flowing that much yesterday is kicking right now. I'm going to try to cross this creek, get on the other side of it if I can. We're over here where we seen that tom last night on the private land side, bordering the public, and trying to hopefully hear him roost. Sound off on the roost this morning, but not really holding too much confidence with it. I got a feeling what's going to happen. He's going to be quiet, go down on the ground, head to that pasture and shake off and just try to dry himself out a little bit, but maybe I'm wrong. I decided what the best thing to do was just come back to the truck and check these fields, because there's a lot of them that you can drive to and that aren't too far to walk to. So we'll do that first this morning, see if we can find any out there, because honestly this would be the best time to do that, right after all this rain and it being in the morning. And after walking that whole southern block that turkey had went in yesterday evening, he definitely wasn't talking, and I think he's done scurried out to one of these private fields, private cow pasture. But we'll come back to them if we don't get on another one. It's supposed to get sunshine here in just later morning hours. And if that happens like they say it's going to, they gonna be hammering. Now that we're refreshed and ready to roll, alright, well, I was just leaving the area where I seen that tom yesterday, and as I was driving out, as I was driving out, there was a tom, probably the same one, strutting in the field on the other side of the road. It's 11:30 in the morning, and he's out there by himself, full strut, just blowed up. So, if you're a turkey hunter of any experience, you know there's a good chance we can call this turkey in. The only negative was that I had to drive about 3-ish miles roughly down the road, because that's the closest access to get in on public. I'm going to have to make a big loop around on him to get in there, so I'm trying to hurry so he don't change up his ground too much. I don't think he's going to, but if we hustle him to get in there, there's a good chance. Not definite, but there's a good chance we can call this turkey in. As long as it's not like 10 feet of just thickness right on the edge of that field. Hopefully we can get him to come into it. We got to get him in the wood line. We'll be good. Alright, we done made it to the property line. It actually went a little bit further over than I thought it did, which is good. So I can actually hunt this little section of this little trail right here. That turkey, the marker I have, is only about 220 yards away. So he's within 250 for sure. I'm just trying to find a good tree to get set up on. Thankfully the sun is at my back, so that's good. Let's not hit our box call with our arm like that. Alright, just got set up. I actually backed up about 20 feet from where I was going to be. So I'm a little more in the woods, covered up a lot better, much better shadows. And yeah, I mean, if he comes across that line, we'll have a good shot. And we're not angled where we're shooting across the line. When I was trying to get set up, I was looking down this road, and daggum out at the gate, had guys working in the ditch, which is only like 180 yards away. So hopefully that doesn't mess things up if he comes across and sees them, because I mean he technically could see them from where he was already. It's 11:46 now, so it's been 30 minutes since we've seen him. Another thing is, I don't know if he can hear me, because where he's at, I didn't know it from where I was at on the road, but it's a rise. So, I don't even know if he can hear me. I've tried getting pretty loud. He ain't hobbled back, but that surely don't mean he didn't hear me, and he's not coming. Quick update for you. We just had him hammer off. I just hit the slate call just loud as I could get that thing. And he's over in the next county, but he hammered. And with my mouth call, I screamed out there at him and hammered off. I cut to him, yelped to him, and he hammered off again. So hopefully he's coming. We'll know for a fact now, he knows I'm here. I was not sure about it because he was so far in the rise of the terrain here. But he hears me. He knows I'm here. he's just going to take a minute to get over here if he's coming, because he's over there. Well, it's 12, what time is it? 12:23. I just let off a moderately loud / soft call, and hammered off closer and way over this way. He was way over yonder this side. Now he's way over here and closer to me. So he's closer this way, closer this way. I got a feeling I'm praying he's doing exactly what I'm expecting, which is following the little road system down and gonna be coming up yet. Because there's on the property line where it meets the field he's in, there's a wide creek there, which, I mean, he can most certainly just jump across the creek, but fly across it or whatever, but more than likely, I'm thinking he's going to come up that road system if he does come, which it sounds like he is. Just gotta keep working on it. Just hammered off by himself just then. Yeah, he's moved even more. So he's making some ground, because he was like this, and now he's even more over this way, which is the road system. Let me take a pee real quick before he gets here. He just gobbled within 100 yards. I've had my hunting license for Tennessee for less than 24 hours. And we got us a turkey down. And that's a good bird too. Weight-wise, and he's got a nice beard on him. Got really nice spurs. Oh man, his wingtips are absolutely destroyed. He has been wearing them things out strut. Thank you, Lord, so much. Thank you, bird. My first time ever hunting Tennessee, ever being in Tennessee, just in a general sense. First time ever hunting Tennessee. Got here yesterday, in the middle afternoon, got camp set up. I had pins set up on my Hunt Stand app of places to check out that I set months ago when I planned this trip. At the beginning of this year. Came out in only checked 3 spots yesterday. Found turkey tracks at every spot that I checked. And the last spot was, I'm assuming, him that I saw yesterday evening that went into roost. Could have been a totally different turkey, I don't know, because that was on the other side of the road. All through the night last night, pouring rain. Got, I think, close to 2 inches total last night of rain. This morning was disaster in the realm of just raining and cloudy and humid and just rough. I knew it wasn't going to be a good morning with that. And we stayed after it, stayed persistent, checked a couple other places, and I said I'm going to come back over here when the sun pops out. Because when the sun pops back out, I knew they were going to be out in these fields. Sure enough, he's out there strutting as we're driving by. Y'all saw it. I parked over yonder at a parking area there, hauled tail over here, and out in this private field he was, but roughly 250 yards away, because that's where I had the pin on the app. So he may have been further. I know he wasn't closer than that. Called loud, got his attention, worked him right. And the Lord has hand on this to make it an amazing, amazing hunt. And he did exactly what I told y'all I was expecting him to do. He made a big loop, was coming down that road, that trail from the private side. And to a T, what I thought he was going to do, he did. And I'm glad where I shot him at, that little hole that I shot him through, that had a bunch of vines in it when I sat down. And I said, let me go ahead and clear that just in case. And sure enough, I'm glad I did, because that's exactly where we shot him at. Gobbling 25 yards from me, hear him spitting. I didn't hear him drumming, but I heard him spitting. Seen him strutting. Entering into the third week of Tennessee's turkey season in an extremely heavily hunted piece of public. Called him in on a string.